Hello, ebusianfo me chiachia munyina. Chiachia munyina me pamocho Kristo asumdwe enka munyina ne mabusia. Modofo ni Stella from StellaZone. How are you all doing? How are you guys doing? I hope that by the special grace of God, by his grace and mercy, every one of us is doing wonderful, fantastic. Real life. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you on my live video. So good morning. It's not 12 o'clock yet, it's a little after 11. So good morning from Florida, the sunshine state, to you wherever you are. Okay, today is another day. This is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Comment ça va? Steve, you're not supposed to be on watching me, okay? Real life, really. We should plan a meetup, you know? Email me, StellaZoneTV@gmail.com. We should plan to do a meetup. Okay, so let me see by hand, apart from Steven. Ça va bien. Priscilla, author. Okay, I thought that was my sister. All right. So, how many of you are Ghanaians on here? All my Ghanaians representing. Just throw your hands in the air. So I want to make this. Buenos tardes. Steven, I need you. Somebody speak in Spanish. Buenos tardes. Yeah, mi amor. Sí. Buenos días. Hi, best loco. Sandra. Roshandra. Thank you, Lydia. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into it. Dora, thank you. Kweku Foley, thank you. I'm going to dive right into, invite people to come and join, like share the page with other StellaZone subscribers, or just with your friends, family to come and watch, because I want to talk about how social media is influencing the youth in Ghana negatively. Okay. So yes, let's talk. I'm blessed by the special, I'm blessed by the special grace of God. As you can see me, I am basking in the glory of God Almighty. So God's got my back, so I'm not worried, you know. All right, so there's something about Ghana. I know a lot of people hate to say it, or people don't want to say it, or people are afraid that they are going to be attacked. But I am going to. I'm just going to say it. There's this character trait with most Ghanaians. We have this trait of I don't care. If it's not affecting me or anybody in my immediate family, why should I care? That we do have that character, like I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Even if the person is dying and if it's my immediate family member, why should I bother? Remember, I said not all Ghanaians, most Ghanaians, we do have that character trait. So today, even the Bible has said in the book of Titus that young women in the church should learn from the older women, because believe it or not, the life you're living, they've been there, they've done it. So they are the best mentors, you know, you haven't Christ, but they are the best people that you want to take their life. I mean, they are exemplifying their lifestyle for you to learn from. Social media, I don't know what Zuckerberg, whatever Berg. Okay, at first it was High Five. I was even on High Five. Then it came to MySpace, and now it's like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what's the Snapchat and all that. Everything has been blown out of proportion. Everything. Why can't we? I'm not saying the people, the whites and blacks, they are doing it. But we Africans, especially those in Ghana, we are taking things way out of line. We are supposed to be educating ourselves, because we live in a world where the country, we are not technologically savvy, okay? So when you have social media, you should use it to learn about other things. You should use it to educate yourself. You should use it to enrich and empower yourself and empower your community. But then you will get men and women will come be drinking, we'll be smoking live, we'll do a live video, some will make a video, disgusting video, we'll post naked video, we'll post porn videos of themselves, so just in the name of seeking attention that will not even last for a second. I don't get it. Why? I'm not old though. I am not old at all. I am not that old. But when I was growing up in Ghana, to even show your name, to even dressing appropriately was forbidden. This was a couple of years ago. There is something called akatesia, like kata esie. I mean, yes, I grew up. I grew up, came to America, and did most of what these people were doing. But then my father always tells me, all his children, that my daughter, no matter where you find yourself, always remember where you are coming from. We are learning the negative side of, are we the only ones living with poverty? Poverty has eaten deep into us to the extent that it has eaten into our brain that we can no longer think. People are using social media to empower themselves, to educate their community, to raise awareness, to speak up. We are using social media to promote slave queens, to promote the life of prostitution, to promote all kinds of abuse. Yes, my sister is called Priscilla, my elder sister. So I don't get it. Why can't the youth? We are not, Ghana is not the only the only place where there's poverty. You look, India, I'm from Ghana, but Nigerians are somebody I admire. When I'm not saying they're not doing the same nonsense things. Ghana, in Nigeria, some of their old ancestors, there's some things they can't even get rid of. But they try to educate themselves. Take Indians, for example. If you want one of the most learned, educated people, innovative people, they are Indians. Some of them come from poor backgrounds. Some of them are orphans. Some of them, life throw all kinds of crap at them. They grab that opportunity. They use that social media. I'm not saying they don't do bad things. They use social media to empower themselves, to educate themselves. Why can't you be different? We live in a technology generation. The opportunity I have, my mother did not. My mother is a very smart, intelligent woman. My father is very, very smart. Very, very smart. He single-handedly, we are 7 in number, single-handedly by himself, worked his ass off, make sure that we have the future. All 7 of us in America here. We have the future. So can you imagine me coming to America and still want to live that village lifestyle, that black mentality, that negative mentality, and say, I don't want to learn. I still want to be in my comfort zone. What a disappointment. This is a man that could not even make properties for himself. He invested everything in his child. Whether you have the mother, you have you have seen people that had nothing. Even though I had a father who was their mother, it does not mean life was all bed of roses. I saw my mother struggle. I hopped on the street of Koforidia with my sister. If you see my hair, if I open my hair for you here, I'm not trying to help the hair to grow back. Hot ice water on the street, sell kinky on the street, sell fish, do whatever you need to do. You learn from your parents. But what now this youth wants to do, they are not empowered. They are not being empowered. They are not learning. And I feel like some of the blame needs to go to the parents, because parents do not discipline. Like my mother, my sister and I never got away with anything. I am not saying, even the Bible says you spare the rod, you spoil the child. But we live in a world where parents have become lazy and they don't care anymore. And so the youths are wasting. You see all these slave queens, people proudly will come on social media and call themselves side chicks. Oh God. Why would God not repent of creating humanity? We thought in Adam's time, Adam fell, it would be over. But then, proudly go have sex and then do a video and broadcast it all in the name of fame. A friend of mine who's watching me sent me a video about a lady that died of tramadol overdose. I was asking, where were the parents? Why are we taking on the Western world, the culture of how they raise their children? Ghana, you will not be arrested if you discipline your child. But in America, you have to be careful the kind of discipline you give to your child. So why are these children going wayward? Why would you want to have sex just because you want to have the latest iPhone X? and you are saying, my mother is not rich, I'm from a poor family, my mother sells tomatoes. You can help your mother in that business. See yourself through school. Because sometimes when I look at Ghana, I am sad. I am sad. Look at where Tramadol just wasted a beautiful girl who could have become something better in life if she had focused. Bad friends corrupt good morals. You like it or not. Sometimes I look at my life, I say, what kind of life is this? Like, I have literally, it's not like I don't like people. I'm a people person. If you meet me, I can talk. But I have zero friends around me. Not that I don't want them. If you are going to come and give me negative advice, you're going to become a bad influence to me. Bye, Felicia. Like, bye, girl, you're on your own. We have to be that example. And then when you go to Ghana and you try to speak up, they say, that village lifestyle is they're still exhibiting it. Social media is for you to learn, to empower yourself, to be innovative. What about those that are hawking on the street? Are you better than them? Yes, you are not a governor's son. You are not a minister's daughter. You still can make something better out of your life. We don't have that much youth because you look at Nigerians. I'm not trying to. Recently a Nigerian lady built an emergency room service like in Texas. I'm calling upon, and the thing is, they don't get support. We don't even get it published in the news. The media is also responsible. They are promoting the negative. And so nobody wants to come out and lend helping hands. You have Ghanaians abroad, even Ghanaians in Ghana, that have the opportunity to empower the youth, but the support is not there. Look, teamwork is less hands. I don't know what is going through there. Like, what will make you take tramadol, because you want to be cool? How is the medicine even getting in the system? How? The youths are dying. I don't even think that the government has put in place a good initiative to combat this disease that is eating deep into the youth. There is no workshop. There is no apprenticeship. There are no conferences that are being held across the country to empower youth, to educate them. Somebody will post, this video would not get, a lot of likes, or you get people that will come here and condemn me. But let somebody post let me post a video, even showing the top of my chest. You will see how many likes and even comments and people that will be trying to contact me in a few minutes. This is the world we live in. There is so many darkness around us. Let you and I, our light shine bright in that darkness. The youths are wasting away. The future generations are dying. Slowly they are being wasted. They are not being empowered. So they have become lazy. They have accepted their fate that they will become nothing, that nothing good will come from them. When you have leaders that are being recycled into the system, the youth are not even accounted for. The government of Ghana, please. You are saying Ghana beyond aid. It means empowering our youths. If we are teaching them from a tender age on how to fight corruption, on how corruption is evil, and how it cripples a nation, they will grow up to become better leaders. But ours is go to school, get education, and that's it. On how to train them to become better leaders of tomorrow, of how to take care of the nation, of how to be better investors, better businessmen and women. We don't do that. On how to even properly take care of their finances, we don't do that. What kind of country is this? Empower the youth. Look, words, I'm telling you, words are so powerful. That is why even the Bible says life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Nana Akufo-Addo can start an incentive by empowering this youth. Talent will begin to come out. Sometimes you see people have talent, but then when they bring it out, they are not supported. We are seeing all this Nigerian person build this thing and build that thing, and hey, we are seeing that. We have people like that here in Ghana, back in Ghana too. We have Ghanaians abroad doing so well for themselves. But when you come home and when you come home and then you want to do it, it's like they have the mentality of you want to show off. You want to show off when that is not the message you're trying to pass across. We are our own worst enemies. We are our own. I tell you, if corruption will stop, it will start from me. That I have to stand my ground if the policeman is demanding for bribe, when I know all my documents are intact, when I know that I have not done anything wrong. If I will stand my ground and not give bribe because I'm in a hurry, Ghana will be a better place. We all need to reset our minds. We all need to reset our minds. We all need to have a rethink. This is a technology world where you can, it is not back then where you say, I was not aware, or this. Use the social media to empower yourself. Let the youth, you have children, let the youth please set up an initiative to go around. This is by cities, village by village, where the youth, they will be spoken to, where there can be training centers. There is no form of government apprenticeship that even the poor can attend. So why won't they be like, I am a proud side chick? Just because of iPhone X, just because of Samsung Galaxy, I believe the new one is 9. Use social media. It is powerful. I remember, even in America here, when the blacks were being, when they were, the oppression that they were facing. But then you have Ghana, that sometimes you would think celebrities, will have the sense. I'm not insulting them, being positive, especially with Ghana celebrities. You will hardly see them, some of them, most of them, post something positive, or because I don't want my name to be dragged in the mud, so they don't want to do that. And no one is empowering the youth, because they will say, I know. That is why it is so sad that we are allowing all these things into the country. Ghana is not supposed. Sometimes I now understand why some countries will refuse their citizens even access to social media. That in some countries they don't even use social media. And we in a technology world, we will say they are backward. They are not backward. They have seen the negative effect of social media. You see, some will do video, will bring it, insult their husband, insult their wife, even ex-husband, ex-wife, a woman that you once, love. You will bring the woman, you will ridicule the woman, a man you once loved. You will set the man up, you will wash your dirty linen in Kurasi. Some of them are abroad still. They are not even learning. They have that mentality is still with them. They still act like they are still back home. They still have that mentality. They say you can take a village girl to the city, but most of them, you cannot take the village out of them. I'm not saying village people, no, that's not what I'm saying. But when we even come here, it's an opportunity for us to learn. There's an opportunity, and then, we want to say, okay, let me associate myself with this African American and all that, They are not, look, even though we are all blacks, there are different breeds of blacks. And sometimes, most of the time, majority of the time, 99% of the time, what is affecting an African back home does not affect African American here. And yet, they will still have the audacity to say they want to go back to their roots. I watched a video one time, and a white man was interviewing a black man. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And the man was saying Nigeria is corrupt and Nigeria is the most corrupted. And the black man was offended that America is corrupt and all that. And the black man was very defensive. And people sent the video. I saw the video. And I was even thinking, I'm not against what they both said. But you hear these people, these black, freedom fighters or whatever they call themselves, even in here, where they will tell you they are proud of their roots, they are from Africa, blah, 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 blah. How many of them, and if they lived here and this nation is so developed, how many of them has volunteered to even come back to, go back to Africa to make it better? Yet they will be singing, it is our motherland, and then we will be hyping them. Nobody is going to come and fix our situation for us. And the ones that we are going to entrust the country into their hands, we are destroying by our own hands. We have refused to help them. Parental guidance has gone down the drain. Parents no longer care. Now it has become more about money. You don't know that if you don't treat that daughter right, that son right, if you don't take care of them, and they go out there, do you think they are going to come back to take care of you? But when you struggle, when you let your children see the struggle you are going through, they see how well you raise them, most of them will stand in public places and praise you for your good. People, no more, even people will see and applaud your good parental skills. But today, we live in a nation where parents will say, my child can do whatever they want. My child is this. I don't know what my child is. 9-year-old with cell phone, 8-year-old with cell phone. You will ask them, they will tell you the word is, because the world has become an unsafe place, that's why they give their children cell phones. We live in a technology world where kids can do things with the phone. Please, I know that the person that I saw doing the tramadol, a campaign against that was Nana Banamwa, and I didn't even see any support from them. A beautiful lady was just, and it's killing people, but the numbers are not coming up. Educate the people around you. Yes, there's drug abuse in America. There's drug abuse, but at least the government has put things in place that if the people are willing, they can get help. You come to America here. I worked in a hospital before where somebody can do drug overdoses like they want to. It's like they want to take their life. That patient will be corrected. When I say somebody is corrected, they will have to have somebody sitting and watching them. One time I sat with an 18-year-old beautiful woman, beautiful girl, that she took drugs, to end her life. She was corrected. It's like, you want to die, we will not let you die. Be corrected. But we don't have that in Ghana because we don't care about our citizens. And the saddest part of it all, the saddest part, the only place that could have been a safe haven, which is the church of God, the house of God, you will even be shocked the things that are going on in there. I mean, these people dress indecently and they go to the church and they come out and the pastor sees nothing wrong with it. At first, when I was, even now, they will teach, the Sunday school they will even teach is the world standard. Some of the things I was taught in Sunday school still sticks with me. Things have changed. There's church at every corner. There's church in every corner, every street in Ghana, you will find a church. Yet, they are not even using that platform to educate. You don't even hear most of the preachers preach about hard work. Just come to church 7 days a week, pray your way out and pray your way in. Do not work, manna will fall from heaven. That is the message they are feeding the youths today. And they forget that the Bible says a hand that does not work will not eat. They also forget that the same Bible says a little sleep, a little slumber, and poverty will pounce on you. They forget that the same scripture says the borrower is a slave to the lender. But they will come and pray. You will pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. Yet, they will not even encourage these people to work hard. The church will not even set up funds to even help these people. Yet you get people that are giving money to the church. So I am telling you, a time is coming, we will all start doing church in our home. We will all start doing, because the responsibility that Christ gave them, that was one of the main reasons why we're supposed to take our tithe and offering into his house, so that there will be food in his storehouse, so that the hungry people, so that it will be given to the orphans, the widows, the less privileged. But then you will have one pastor, about 5 or 10 Range Rovers. You will have a pastor. What do you need a private jet for? What do you need a private jet? When people are starving, they will build universities, institutions. And the same people will not even be able to put their, you have smart children. A lot of dreams have been shattered because of the support they did not get. Most people that would have stood and fought for Ghana took their own lives. I'm not saying that is right. Out of frustration, because and those people had a brighter future. I am telling you, if you live in abroad, even in Ghana, and you are doing so well, empower somebody around you. Empower the men and women. It is not easy. Look, I did not grow up with a silver spoon. I know how it feels to go to bed hungry on an empty stomach. All you have is just drink water, and that is it. I felt as a child, my mother being pregnant, and there was no food for even her that she was pregnant to even eat. The little food she could get, she gave to us to eat. That is the kind of upbringing. And I'm telling you, my mother was a very smart woman. She could have gone on. But she took the responsibility. She didn't have the support from people around her. But then she did not let that affect her as a woman. She did not let that affect her. She went on. And not only did she do that for her children, she did that for other people's children as well. Be the change you want to see. We are saying Ghana, we need change, Ghana, we need change. It's going to start with you and I. We both, you and me, you and I, it will start from somewhere. Find somebody that you know you can trust, a trustworthy person. We still have churches in Ghana. We still have churches in Ghana that are into, there are a few of them that the men of God are very, very truthful. You cannot that they will only do it for the church, but sometimes even for people, some people is like, I want to give my life to Christ, but what am I going to eat? So I cannot live that lifestyle. Empower people. Sometimes it surprises me. Or somebody will say, I need to start maybe a shobolo business. It's $30. Or somebody needs it's $50, $100. Sacrifice a dress a month. I used to be a shopaholic. I used to shop a lot. Sacrifice a dress a month to enrich somebody's life. Sacrifice a shoe. Sacrifice even eating out. If you're somebody that eats out constantly, don't let life be all it is. God placed you here for a purpose. You find yourself abroad. So I always say this, and I'm not saying this to lift myself up or God have mercy upon me. That's not what I'm doing. But I always see myself as me being in America. God placed me here so I can be a blessing. That is how I see it. That is how I see it. I take it, I tell my husband. I said, God brought me here because it could have been somebody else. It could have been somebody else could have been here. I mean, do what I'm at. But God brings you, blesses you, open doors and hope. Because some of these blessings, sometimes when you sit down, not sometimes, most of the times, when you think about it, you can't even fathom how you came about it. Be a blessing. Empower someone. It is better for you after you are gone. For some, they will even still mention your name and say, this person, this is what they did and all. You don't even have to broadcast it. I don't need to come on StellaZone and then be following, coming around. You know, hey, I bought this 50 bags of rice and oil and tomatoes, and I'm bringing it to the less privileged, and I bought toilet paper. I empowered this woman, saw this person through. No, you don't need to do that. Even the Bible has said, if your right hand gives, the left should not see. I don't know how, like, I'm very hardcore about that verse. Like, even I will tell people, I say, I don't want anybody to know that I am behind this. I do not want anybody to know. So if I can do it between me and that person, that's it. You don't need to broadcast it. Let your thoughts and deeds and everything are being seen by God, who is the rewarder of all men, or of all things. So empower the youth. If people are abroad, if an initiative can be set up where we can empower the youth, go around the nation, speak to the youth, empower them. Workshops needs to be set up. But sometimes the thing is, people don't set up workshops. I was listening to a guy who, he said, you know, he was able to organize a 40-foot container with things. I can do that here. I can get things from people. No, it doesn't have to be necessarily use things. Sometimes even when you go to Goodwill, some of these things people have never used before. You have people that are moving from state to state all the time, and they are giving away things, brand new things they've slightly used. You know, Americans always like to get new things. You can do that, collect all that for free. But things you want to bring to your nation and give to people that don't have it, you will bring it. They want to. The guy was saying, if you 40-foot container, because it was there, they kept it 3 months because they wanted him to pay. Now, because they kept it for 3 months, they want him to pay 1 billion cedis. Why? 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 All these things can be done, but the proper initiative is not put in place to make it easy for people abroad to be able to put heads together to help the youth and empower them in Ghana. You don't get any government form of support. I am saying, no, this Ghana beyond A, Ghana beyond A. We are going to foreigners and we are preaching it to them. Please, so Nana Akufo-Addo, Your Excellency, President of Ghana, please start this by empowering our youths. Even if a container is coming and some people say it's a lie, set up an organization that can follow up to make sure that it is being used for what they said it's being used for. The resources, people have the resources. People have the resources. So let's empower the youth. Let us empower them. Let us educate them. If somebody does sex videos and they are posting, somebody who wears snap accident scene and posts it negative, don't follow the trend by sending it to other people. Do not follow the trend. Learn something positive. When you're on social media, learn something positive. Be empowered. Look up things that will help you grow, that will help you be positive. You are saying, be the first in rewrite history in your family. Okay, in my family, nobody went to school. Nobody did this, nobody did that. Be the first to rewrite history. It is possible. Yes, you can. Stop all this negativity, all these slave queens, slave mamas, and we are celebrating them. We even have the audacity of even bringing them on national television to interview them. And so other youth will see and see, oh, okay, so if I want to be popular. So, I mean, if I do this, if I do this, if I do that, I can even get on TV. I can even get into movies. I can even do this. This is the way to go. We are telling them hard work no longer pays. And the proper initiative is not even set in place to empower them. The government of Ghana, the elders of Ghana, the ministers in Ghana, parents, brothers and sisters, let us protect our youth. Let us protect our own, not just the person that you know you are from the same mother, the same father. Protect your neighbor. Be your brother's keeper. Because you never know. You never know. We are not living good examples for the youth at all. We are not. We are not empowering them at all. They are becoming weak and weaker. Nana Akufo-Addo, the ministers of health, please, youth empowerment, all these things, please set up initiative to help the future generations of Ghana. I am pleading. Ghanaians abroad are pleading. If Ghanaians home are also pleading, help us. Help us. We have the resources. We need the resources to mobilize ourselves to be better. Outsiders are supposed to be learning from us. Help us. We are wasting away. We are dying slowly. Youth are not me. Oh. The youth are dying. Dreams are being shattered. People are giving up hope because everywhere, left, right, up and down, looks hopeless. Empower the youth. No, I'm not talking about corrupt youth. They will come on TV. They will be these young guys and women, and they feel like they have landed. No. Make positive changes. Because if we are going to fight this corruption, we need to be teaching children on how to fight it right from when they are young. So by the time they get at that stage that they are fully, grown to assume a position, they are well equipped to fight this corruption. Empower our youth. Bring back jobs. Bring back jobs. This Dumso took jobs away. Bring back jobs and protect the workers. Protect the youths that they are working. Protect them. You are sending your kids abroad to study. You are giving your kids a better future, a better life. They are studying in one of the best universities across the world. What about the tomato seller's daughter? What about the banku seller's son? What about the one that hawks on the street 8 hours a day under the horse-scorching sun? Who is going to look after her son? Who? It is your responsibility. You are elected in offices to take care of the people. Even if you don't want to take care of the people, if you are saying the people are not your responsibility, the finances, the things, the resources, make it available. Make it available for the citizens to be able to be empowered through the resources they have. Our lands are destroyed. So the plants cannot, we can't even plant. Farming has gone down the drain. That is why you see all these fake things infiltrating the market. Who is going to care for us? Who do you expect to rewrite all this wrong, this damage that you are causing, and it's slowly eating, it has eaten deep into our system, that there's no longer hope for the youth of tomorrow? Please and please, we are the future leaders of tomorrow. Empower us, protect us, guide us, instruct us, teach us the way, the right way, so that tomorrow when you are not there, we will step in and be responsible leaders that the world will watch and admire. For once, let us make youths that the world, it's not only the Indians and the Chinese. We should not only come abroad for us to be recognized. We must be recognized in our own nation. Negativity has been celebrated enough. I think it is time for us to start celebrating positivity. Thank you. Until I come your way again with another video, stay blessed. I'm just so, like, I don't know what is going on in Ghana, but it's sad. I know I'm not the only one. Share this video, share, like. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed day until I come your way again. This is StellaZone. Remain in God. Have a blessed week. Bye, guys.